Jean-Paul Sartre was born in Paris in 1905, a city that would shape his thoughts and become the backdrop for his ideas. As a young man, Sartre was an avid reader, diving deep into philosophy, literature, and psychology. By the time he reached adulthood, he had developed a unique and often controversial view of the world. His experiences during World War II, particularly his time as a prisoner of war, only solidified his belief in the concept of existentialism, a philosophy that places the responsibility of finding meaning squarely on the individual. One of Sartre's most famous and provocative ideas is encapsulated in the phrase, "Man is condemned to be free." To some, this statement might seem contradictory. How can freedom be a condemnation? But for Sartre, this phrase was a fundamental truth about the human condition. Sartre believed that because there is no predetermined purpose or meaning to life, we are all condemned to make choices that define who we are. Unlike objects, which have a set purpose, a chair is meant to be sat on, a knife is meant to cut, humans must create their own essence through actions. There's no external authority to dictate what we should do or who we should be. This freedom might sound liberating, but for Sartre, it also comes with a heavy burden. With freedom comes responsibility, the responsibility to make choices and to accept the consequences of those choices. This is what Sartre means by condemned. We are condemned to the weight of our own freedom, to the constant need to choose, and to the anxiety that accompanies this profound responsibility. Imagine a woman named Emma living in a bustling city. She has a stable job, a loving family, and a comfortable life. But despite having everything she needs, Emma feels a deep sense of unease. She questions whether the life she's living is truly her own, or if it's just a series of decisions influenced by societal expectations. Every day, she faces choices: what to wear, what to eat, how to interact with others. But these choices, though seemingly trivial, contribute to the person she is becoming. One day, Emma comes across a book on existentialism and begins reading Sartre's ideas. She's struck by his claim that man is condemned to be free. She realizes that the unease she feels is the weight of her freedom, the burden of having to make choices without any clear guidance or certainty. She understands that every decision, big or small, is a reflection of her own freedom and the responsibility that comes with it. Emma starts to see her life through a different lens. She realizes that the discomfort she feels is not something to be avoided, but rather an integral part of what it means to be human. The anxiety she experiences is the result of her freedom to choose, and this freedom is what gives her life meaning. It's up to her to decide what that meaning will be. In her daily life, Emma begins to embrace her freedom rather than fear it. She understands that no one else can live her life for her, no one else can make her choices. Whether it's deciding to pursue a new career, end a relationship, or simply take a different route to work, every decision is an opportunity to exercise her freedom and define who she is. The weight of this responsibility is still there, but now Emma sees it as a privilege rather than a burden. Sartre's philosophy might seem daunting, but it's also empowering. In a world where we're often told what we should want or how we should live, Sartre reminds us that the power to define our lives rests within us. There's no predetermined path, no ultimate meaning handed down from above. We are free to create our own essence, our own purpose, through the choices we make. Today, in an era of endless possibilities and constant choices, Sartre's idea that man is condemned to be free resonates more than ever. We're bombarded with options: what to study, where to work, who to befriend, how to present ourselves online, and each choice carries the weight of defining who we are. The freedom we have can feel overwhelming, but it's also what makes life meaningful. Sartre's existentialism teaches us that there's no escaping this freedom, no opting out of the responsibility it brings. We can't rely on others to make our choices for us, or look to some external authority to give our lives meaning. In the end, Sartre's message is both a challenge and an invitation. It's a challenge to take ownership of our lives, to accept the responsibility that comes with our freedom. But it's also an invitation to see this freedom as a gift, an opportunity to create a life that is uniquely our own. As Emma continues her journey, she embraces the freedom she once feared. She knows that the path she takes is hers alone to choose, and that every step she takes is a testament to her own existence. In this, she finds a sense of purpose and meaning, knowing that while freedom may be a burden, it's also the essence of what it means to be alive.